No contact is the best method to manage your relationships with a narcissist because it works. Toxic relationships with narcissists often do not change, and going no contact is the most efficient way to break the abuse cycle. And unless you are willing to always put yourself last, constantly be used, or to remain an emotional punching bag for the narcissist, then it is in your best interest to leave and go no contact. In certain situations, such as co-parenting with or divorcing the narcissist, it may not be possible or practical to go completely no contact. Also, dealing with narcissistic work colleagues or bosses, having to deal with family members or someone you live with, can also make it impossible to achieve the no contact rule. In that case, ensure to minimize your interaction as much as possible and use the gray rock method. Going no contact with the narcissist could possibly trigger the narcissist's fear of abandonment, and you may likely experience narcissistic rage. So please consider your safety when choosing the best way to remove yourself from the relationship. Just remember, the narcissist sees you as a possession to control, and they will feel that loss of control when you leave them. Their act of desperation to gain back control may become evident through excessive text messages, phone calls, emails, and even stalking. When you end the relationship, they will likely not accept or respect your decision and often push boundaries to get you back into their life and regain control. By you leaving them, it can cause them a narcissistic injury to their sensitive ego because they did not discard you first. And if the narcissist did discard you first, expect them to return later with an attempt to hoover you back into their life when they are low on supply from other sources, even if it is years later. When the narcissist loses control of you, they will try and control how other people see you. They want to ruin your reputation, so people see you in a negative light, so expect a smear campaign about you. Just ignore the gossip and move forward with your life. Some narcissists may see you leaving them as a game or a challenge to find other ways they can try and reach out to you. They may exhaust all manipulation tactics in a desperate attempt to gain control, often starting by playing nice, using tactics such as love bombing, false apologies, and future faking. Or they will offer friendship to keep that door open between the two of you, so they feel they have an opportunity to hoover you back in later. When that doesn't work, they may guilt-trip you with all the things they've done for you, and act like you're being unfair because they feel you owe them. They may use lies about failing health, life struggles, or other victimhood stories to gain your sympathy, to control your emotions, and keep you invested in the relationship. If playing nice does not work, they might up their game and intentionally try and hurt you, using anything that targets your vulnerabilities and insecurities, even resorting to threats and blackmail to get you back in communication with them, or to instill fear in you. All your secrets and past hurts you confided with the narcissist may be used against you to blackmail, punish, or destroy you emotionally for leaving them. They may threaten to expose your deepest secrets or mistakes to get you to do what they want. Forgive yourself for your mistakes, own your shame, and it will minimize the emotional impact the narcissist's threats will have on you. Whatever you do, please do not break the no contact rule and return into the narcissist's cycle of abuse. A positive or negative response from you is still seen as supply to the narcissist, and they will bait you to get any emotional reaction. This is why you must go no contact and stand strong against the emotional manipulation. Surround yourself with supportive people who understand what you are going through, and distance yourself from those who victim blame, downplay, or judge your situation, as they can further traumatize your experience. They could gaslight you to believe that you are the problem, which can trigger you to give in and break the no contact rule to repeat the cycle of abuse all over again. For some people, going no contact will seem easy and the narcissist may not appear fazed at all. But be aware, it could be because they currently have another person whom they see as a greater source of supply. A narcissist's entitlement will assume that you will always leave the door open for them to return whenever they want. This is often why we feel like there is never any closure with the narcissist. They do not want closure. They do not want to lose control of you, even if they have 5 other relationships behind your back. Narcissists cannot self-reflect, so they do not see the faults in their actions, and they do not want to change. They do not care about your feelings, and they do not believe they are doing anything wrong. They honestly feel entitled to deliberately hurt you, and secretly get off on knowing that they have hurt you. Your relationship with the narcissist will only get worse each time you allow them back into your life. Each cycle with them becomes more damaging to us, and often more dangerous to be in. It seems apparent that there is no point delaying the use of going no contact. Do not feel guilty for cutting them out of your life. Do not allow them to make you feel like you owe them anything. You do not owe them yourself or your time, no matter what they say. They just want to suck you back in so they can continue to psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, or physically break you down. If they did do something nice for you, just know that the deed they done was likely a contract of compliance. A contract that the narcissist had planned to use later in the relationship to get what they want from you. And that's why they often use everything against you. Especially when you want to leave the relationship, it is to make you feel guilty and obligated to stay with them. Everything the narcissist does has an agenda, and each deed is transactional. Also, do not give into their woe is me games. They will try and use your sympathy against you so that you will feel guilty for leaving them in their so-called time of need. Once you see through their tactics, you will see that it is all just a game to the narcissist. It was never love. They never wanted a healthy relationship. They are not capable of love or having a healthy relationship with anyone. The narcissist only wanted someone they could emotionally manipulate and play them like a puppet so they could exploit you for everything you have. Each time you go back into their clutches, they see it as an opportunity to punish you for leaving them, so the abuse cycle will likely get worse. And the trauma bond will connect stronger and stronger, thus making it more and more difficult to leave. Once you make the decision to leave them, prepare for the final emotional and mental battle within yourself. See it as fighting the big boss at the end of a video game. The final battle is always the hardest, and it will be within your own heart and mind. It will feel difficult because you are trying not to let the narcissist manipulate your heart and mind, and having been trauma bonded to them will make it extremely more difficult. But do not give in and stay no contact after leaving. Focus on healing through meditation and keeping your mind still. Study all you can about narcissistic abuse to validate yourself and strengthen your decision. The narcissist's fear of abandonment mixed with their love of drama, loss of control, and their enjoyment of watching others suffer makes for a toxic separation. No contact works because they are not easily able to reach our thoughts and emotions. Because this is how they manipulate us like pawns on a chessboard. It is also the best method that helps you keep your strength, peace, and sanity whilst detoxing and detaching from the trauma bond they have created. When we first separate from the narcissist, our emotions will be all over the place. Our mind, body, and soul are going through the withdrawals from our addiction we had to the abuser. This emotional state actually makes us more susceptible to manipulations. Remember, they keep us in a state of fear, confusion, and anxiety during the relationship so that we are easily manipulated. And the feelings we feel during separation is similar, which can also make us just as vulnerable to the narcissist's mind games. And that's why no contact is a must. If we decide to allow communication with the narcissist during separation, the narcissist has a very high chance of manipulating themselves back into our lives. We cannot open the door to give them the chance to repeat the cycle of abuse. This is why no contact works and will always be the best method in dealing with any narcissistic relationships. Refusing to go no contact will only enable the narcissist, thus making them feel more powerful to continue their poor behaviors. They will see that they got away with their wicked ways once again, with no consequences. With nothing to force them to self-reflect, it leaves no reason for them to have to take accountability. But be aware that going no contact does not mean they will learn accountability. They are already avoiding responsibility by blaming you and smearing your name. Narcissists are likely to never change their ways. It is time to rid of that toxicity in your life for good and go no contact. You deserve to receive the same love and respect you give to everyone else. Surround yourself with trusted and supportive friends or family members, or anybody who may understand what you are going through. Also seek professional help if needed, such as a counselor, family services, and/or authorities. Trust your gut instinct and do whatever it takes to keep yourself safe. If you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you in any way, please consider supporting us by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. And please share this content if you think it can help others. Thank you. We believe that knowledge truly is power when it comes to dealing with toxic people.